gonna boldly assume everyone in here either took this class for one of two reasons. You had absolutely no choice, or you simply wanted to try something new. Either way, it made you venture out and try something you've never done before. We're all similarly in same stages of life right now, where new opportunities are constantly in our face, whether we see them or whether we don't see them. Whether that's in school, in your workplace, or even just in your social life. And it's up to us to take advantage of those new opportunities, to learn from them, and continue to grow. I've been doing some research over the last couple of days just to find some helpful tips to share with you all on how to get out of your comfort zone. And I found in a 2021 news publication from the Belvoir Media Group for UCLA, psychology professor Alan Castle states that engaging in lifelong learning can improve brain health, stimulate curiosity, and enhance your social connections. I've included up here the zones outside of your comfort zone, and throughout this I'll be touching based on a lot of these characteristics throughout the process. So that being said, I would like to cover identifying potential challenges, devising a plan, taking small steps, and staying positive all throughout working out of your comfort zone. We all know new challenges, they can be frightening. However, the more you know about them, the less scary they may seem. So with that being said, collect information, become knowledgeable about your topic so you have clear expectations about what you're dealing with. Rather so we know when you're working with a vision, you're more confident about it rather than just straight up going in blind. Kind of like our speeches, the more you practice, you feel a lot better about them. And there's many ways to do that. You can research articles, you can talk to experts, and you can examine tutorials. Everyone has their own preference of finding information, so that's up to you. Don't hide from your problems, face them. We're all out here trying to find our own independence, and you never know what you're capable of unless you put yourself to the test and try that out. Oftentimes, when we're facing a fear, it's due to an underlying fear we already have, whether you want to face that or not. It's there. So accept and let go where you're at versus where you're staying in that life and what's on your plate. Which I would like to include my personal experience with identifying new challenges. A year ago when I moved up here, I told my parents, my friends, I was not working in food. I didn't care what the case was, I just wasn't doing it. I've done it before and I hated it. Here I am a year and a half later working in food and I love my job. I did a lot of different positions at Roadhouse before I started serving. I've been serving for a couple months, having the time of my life, and I'm doing really good. My managers love my work ethic, and I'm now a server trainer. So knowing that I can work hard and face my goals, and now I'm responsible for other people stepping out of their comfort zone, it feels good. So now that you have the first step, let's talk about the next one, coming up with a plan. Just like the speeches we create, you need a plan with steps, just like our outlines. So in hindsight, an action plan highlights the tasks that have to be done in order for a goal to be accomplished. Within a plan, you often have internal steps. And Berkeley graduate with a PhD, Natalie Bertro, states that there are 5 steps needed to complete an action plan. Those 5 steps being, address your topic, address what you have to make a plan for so you know what you're working with. Create steps or create multiple steps. Sometimes steps have little internal steps that have to be included, and you don't want to leave out the little ones. Sometimes little details mean the most. And then prioritize your task, low, medium, and high. Not everything deserves the same time, so how time sensitive is it to you? Don't waste your time if you don't have to do it. And then collaborate and share your ideas. Feedback is important. It's great to be self-confident about what you have going on, but sometimes another perspective of feedback is important so you can ensure your plan functions properly. And lastly, close and congratulate yourself on the time you took to complete something that at one point probably felt impossible. And review for the next time around what went right and what went wrong so you have a better understanding the next time you're faced with a challenge, what kind of plan you need to ensure your success. Continuing on, after you have a plan, small steps. Those are your next stride. Oftentimes when we're trying to stray away from our comfort zone, it's due to a lack of self-confidence, and when you take those small steps, that allows you to build your confidence rather than just taking off running no direction. So divide that goal up you have that's ginormous into small tasks that aren't as overwhelming, kind of like a math problem. You see a 5-step math problem, if you're like me, I'd freak out. But if you break that down, it's more manageable and it's easier to complete through little tasks. It's a slow process. Dip your toes in. Nobody said you had to dive head first. Don't put yourself in a position you don't have to be in. And work at your own pace, similar in aspects. As we all know, the turtle and the rabbit. You're not in a race with anyone else, but in terms of your own race, take your time. Rushing you doesn't get you anywhere quicker, and we're all on our own track in life. Don't race with anyone else. And over time, that increases your comfort zone, so then you're more familiar with outside opportunities. You're not as scared, and you just slowly keep creeping away without even thinking about how scared you are about it. And lastly, above all, there's one last important step and quality to have in life, not necessarily just getting out of your comfort zone. When we're leaving our comfort zone, you're obviously going to be faced with a variety of challenges, and most cases, you can't control them. So it's important to stay positive when you're dealing with negative challenges. So step back, control what you can control. That's probably one of the biggest things. You don't have control over everything in your life, and it's important to pick out the things you know you have control over and what you don't have control. So evaluate your control and respond appropriately. Responding appropriately means evaluating your emotion. Emotional responses don't necessarily always get you where you want to be, and sometimes that can really ruin it for some things. And create a positive environment. Surround yourself with positive people and a positive support group with those people who support what you're doing, none of the negative Nancy's that don't encourage you to do better with yourself. According to Thomas Glovich, a Cornell psychologist, in a 2014 publication, he states that people get more retrospective enjoyment and satisfaction from experimental purchases versus material purchases. Do you feel better after you experience something new, or you buy something material that just sits and you get to do nothing with it? Think about it. So the next time you want to do something new, consider something you've never done before. I know we all want to be comfortable. Do something we've already done. Stretch your limits. Do something you've never done. And follow through with it. Don't sit on it. The more you sit on it, the longer you wait, you're going to wish you would have done it a lot sooner. And consider your own happiness. Do you feel better after the experiment or after the material purchase? So in conclusion, straying away from your comfort zone comes with many steps. First, identify your potential challenges, devise a plan, take small steps, and stay positive. And you're bound to open more doors that have more opportunities behind them. So the next time you think about something new and venturing out, don't think twice. Apply the steps you've learned today and find out what you're truly capable of. Thank you.